Alright, so I asked everybody what story time they wanted, and they picked number 4, which is the story of how my mom had let my ex boyfriend live with her. Dear God. But first update, I've been taking steroid drops. My eyes are finally back to normal. I don't look like a lizard. So happy. Okay. So, context. This was a boyfriend I had when I was 17. Okay? My mom is now currently 44. She's going to be 44. Big age gap. So when I went out with this guy, we'll call him we'll say D or just ex-boyfriend. Um we had met at Brahms. I know, super romantic. Like, where else are you gonna fall in love? And he was one of the first people I had dated. So it was like normal high school stuff. You go driving, talk, hang out, make out for like 3 hours because it's really all you did as a teenager. At least it's what happened with me. I don't, maybe I'm weird. Um, but during that time, there was a lot of weird comments that were made, even towards my mother. Like, there was a time where she also worked at Brahms with us, and he would consistently comment that she looked really sexy in a green apron. I never knew how to take that. I was like, I thought maybe he was saying it to like rile me up, but it was very odd and I didn't like it. Um, and then we ended up breaking up because because he told me that he liked me because of how much I treated him like I was his mom, which I basically just I paid for dates and I had the car, which was sad. Um, so yeah, that ended after about like a month, of like normal stuff, nothing really noteworthy at this point. Um, so fast forward maybe 5 months, maybe, and I go over to my mom's house because I'm not living with her anymore. Um, this is when I turn like 18 and I finally move out 18, 19, and D is there. D's there. And I'm like, "Oh, hi. What are you doing here?" Um and I'm informed that he's bunking with my brother now and he is just living there. And I was like, "What? Why are you here in my what happened?" And so apparently him and my brother had become friends. That's fine. I don't care. My brother is I'm 22. He's like 3 years younger than me. So like it's not that big of a deal, at least around like guys, I guess. Um but I was like, why are you living? We broke up. What's going on?" And so apparently he either got kicked out or just decided to leave, and my mom was like, "Yeah, come on in." I didn't live at home and it was a different city, and so I guess I didn't care until couple of things. Couple of things happened. Dean was a year younger than me. Um, and then as months pass by, he gets a dog with a girl that he's dating who's 15, 16, and this is okay in the house for whatever. I had so many issues. I was so concerned, and like everybody made me to feel like I was just absolutely nuts for one, being upset that my ex-boyfriend was living with my family, and two, nobody's talking about the fact that he's dating a 15-year-old. And then the other thing was that the holidays were coming up. And my mother and brothers wanted to bring my ex boyfriend to holiday functions. And I mean, like, think like everything. Like, he was gonna get gifts from my grandparents, Like, at least that's what they were expecting. He was going to bring his girlfriend. And I was like, no, because I don't want him here. And my mom was like, oh, you should just treat him like he's your brother. I was like, no, I made out with this dude for like hours. Like, I don't want to count or like add up, but like, we dated. No, he's not going, I'm not going to look at him like my brother. And it's different. Like, you can be friends with exes, and then there's just, when it gets weird, I don't, unless I had a good relationship or it ended well, and it didn't, he was dating me because I was treating him like a mom. At least in his mind, I was just being an adult, which don't know how to take that. But for a long time, my family, immediate family that lived with him, was so confused as to why on earth I would not want this person at my family holiday events, and why I did not want to treat this person like they were a family member, for a multitude of reasons. One being, I dodged a bullet, because if you're an adult and you find a 15-year-old interesting, there's a problem. There is serious issues, and somebody should be calling this out. And from what I understood, things were happening between them, which is so illegal. But nobody cared. And I was like, and she was there. Like, her parents would let her go over to the house. And I was like, what is going on? So finally, I just stopped talking. I was like, I won't show up to family events if he's there. I don't want him there. He can stay at the house. My feelings trump all of this, because he's not family. This is a weird situation, and he needs to learn how to take care of himself. You can't just take him in, because he didn't want to parent himself. He didn't want to get like a better paying job. He didn't want to do any of this, and he always had a weird thing for my mom, so it made me concerned about other things. The reason why he got kicked out, he ended up breaking it off with the 15-year-old, thank God. I hope she realizes that was not a good thing for her, to be with someone that much older and taking advantage of her, and she's too young to have that kind of relationship. My brother kicked him out because of him getting a girl crossfaded and making her do things. So, yeah, insane work. I know that isn't like hyper detailed, because the thing is like, I don't even know how this all really came about. Apparently, he befriended my brother, said his parents were treating him badly, probably because he was being an idiot. Lived with my mom, who would consistently say that she looked good in a green apron to my face. And then, lo and behold, the guy who wanted to date an extremely younger woman did have some sexual problems and hurt people. It's insane. So insane. Oh my word. Yeah, so follow me for more story times.